You are now tuned in to Two Studs in a Pod with your hosts Blaze and Meech, a podcast with a novel perspective on life from a couple of super terrific Uber dykes, but you can call us studs. Join us this week as we debate the lines between family and friend. Let's get to it. Meech, drop that beat. Welcome back, peeps. You already know it is that duo of everyday studs here to permeate your vibe with knowledge and nonsense of the stud kind, one episode at a time. This week, we're digging into the differences between family and friends. But before we give up the family business, Meech was really good, homie.
Was really good. Um, so I've been playing, my PS5, as I told y'all last episode.
All right, how are your thumbs? Are they okay then?
They're doing okay, surprisingly. Yeah. So I've been playing a lot of that. Been playing Call of Duty on the Xbox, and it just made me realize how old I am because the battle royales, like, I'm not used to playing games like that. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't really do that battle royale shit when we were coming up. So like I'd be jumping out the plane, I'd be dead like right away. I was like, what the fuck happened? Shit. So I need to practice a little bit more, but I have real life shit to do. I can't be on the games all the day long. So, but that's been it. Been trying to get back into working out. Got some weights, as most of y'all maybe have seen. I posted on my IG.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the weather's a little bit nicer, so I've been trying to go out and do like a little jog in the morning and
I'm
a little walk at lunchtime.
I'm a little jelly. I need that set right there. What you got?
Yeah. They finally had them in stock. Like, they've been sold out since last year.
Yeah.
Like the pandemic.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I seen them and I was like, let me get them while I can. But yeah, that's about it. What you been up to?
I'm doing things around the yard, trying not to get killed. I saw my light flash before my eyes the other day because I'm putting up a fence for our garden. Right, we have to block out. We have a bunny that likes to visit our yard, and which means when the garden is up and running, it's going to be his little lunch spot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to block him out. So I'm building a little garden fence in front of our garden, and I'm digging, and I thought I was clear of this cable, but I was not, and I hit.
Oh no!
I hit it.
Oh no!
I hit it with the shovel, and next thing you know, like, bro, the music on my phone just died, and I was like, did I just fucking cut the Wi-Fi?
Oh.
Mind you, Nikki is inside working on a big project.
Oh Lord!
Yes, in her office working on a big project.
So that's why you almost died.
Yes,
not because of the electric or nothing like that.
No, I could care less about the cable, bro. I was not worried about the cable. I ran like a little bitch from that spot, like a little bitch from that spot to the back door, yelling in the house like, "Yo, I just fucked up the Wi-Fi. I just fucked up the Wi-Fi." Like, the Wi-Fi is dead, and she comes out of her office like, "What? What are you saying to me?" So after I explain to her, and then we do a thorough check, that may have been an old cable because they had to rerun. It's not even a cable; it's like a phone. She actually has an old school phone, right? So they had to rerun the wire recently because something happened to the other cable. So that could be the old cable, right?
Oh, okay.
That I hit. But in my head, not thinking about the placement of how our house was built with the cables and shit, I'm thinking I just cut the Wi-Fi and she was going to kill me. Okay? I was like, how do you get a divorce? Because she was about to kill me, bro. Like, yes. So that's what I've been up to. Avoiding death. Say what? When you hear that sound, you never know what's about to go down. That's because we're about to share the most outrageous, jaw dropping, and just plain unreal stories that made us say what this week. All right, homie. So I know you heard this Florida story where the lady bit the Uber driver.
Oh yeah, man.
How crazy is that, right?
That is wild. Like I didn't hear the whole story. I caught like a little bit of it on I guess Donkey of the Day or some shit.
Okay.
So,
She,
but
they said
yeah, go
she might
ahead.
have been drunk or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, but to bite somebody's face though.
like that's crazy. That's scary. I'm usually
I,
scared of getting into Uber, but
yeah, I heard some audio, something like "I want to get out" or something. Was that shit?
oh, I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
you heard the.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But I just thought that was wild. And then to hear that she was from Florida, of course.
Florida
It's
man.
Florida. Nah, probably top of the list of the most say whatable things that I have
Hmm.
heard this week was that I believe this is across the pond, our friends across the
Okay.
pond, that a bomb squad was called for a grenade, right? Like this guy was out jogging, he sees a bag with this grenade in it. At least what he thought was
Hmm.
a grenade. They called the police, the bomb squad, everything. Turns out it was a butt plug.
Oh shit.
Eh,
Oh shit. That's.
Not only was there that butt plug, right?
Uh-huh.
But it was in a clear bag, and in the bag, the police also found lube
Oh
and
Jesus.
some other, um, you know, additions that would help with this ginormous
The
butt plug. I'm just like, who's?
the size of a grenade.
It looked like a
Yikes.
grenade. Like the picture, it really did look like a grenade. So I'm just, you wouldn't need lube for that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but why
say,
would you buy a butt plug that looks like a grenade? Like,
hey,
what were y'all? What was the theme?
I'm not
What was
even
the
worried
theme?
about what it looks like. I'm worried about the size of it. What was the theme? Oh my gosh! Like bombs away for real. What?
Yeah.
If your ass explodes, that's a different kind of ass explosion.
That's wild.
Yo, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Mm-mm.
All right.
That's crazy. Yeah, that made me think of. I heard a story. Like Curved is like a show that they do on the radio out here, and the girl was trying to figure out like why the dude never called her back.
Mm.
Like she thought things were going good. It had been like 6 months, and something happened, and like she hadn't heard from him in a couple weeks. So he's they get him on the phone. He's like, yeah, we went to like a sex party, and I pick a girl, and the girl he was with picks a guy, and he was like, she was enjoying it too much.
Oh,
So he was like, I heard her making sounds that she's never made for me,
oh my god.
and he was just like, I couldn't. He was like, as a man, I couldn't be back with her, so that's why he stopped calling her.
Oh man,
What?
that's messed up, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
The male ego is very fragile.
yeah. Very.
All right. Well, let's see what we've got stewing in the pot this week. Speaking of the radio, uh,
Yeah.
we were already talking off of the recording and off podcast. How do you even say that? But you mentioned something interesting that you heard on a different radio
Yeah.
section. You want to get into that?
Yeah, yeah. So I was listening to Hot 97, which is a big station out here in New York, if most of y'all don't know. So Rosenberg and Ebro have like a morning show, and Rosenberg was talking, and he was saying like he doesn't think that a wife can actually be, or a partner, I guess, can be your best friend. And his argument was like, if a major event happens, like you can't still be like best friends. You can be friends probably, but you can't be best friends. Like y'all get divorced or some shit like that. Like your new wife or your new girl or whatever is not gonna be okay with that.
Hmm.
So then Ebro was like, he doesn't even have best friends. He considers, if he has somebody that's close enough to him like that, he considers them family. So then, he's like, if we're that close, you're stuck with me for life. So that's why he calls them family. So then the girl Laura Stiles was saying she thinks it's disrespectful to call your best friends family because your family are, like he said, people that you're stuck with. Like you can't really choose your family. You're bound by blood for the rest of your lives. But your friends are someone that you actually choose. You know what I mean? Like you choose to be friends with this person and, communicate and chill with them or whatever. So I was thinking like, yo, that's so true because like I have so I had like when I first moved out there, my cousin was the only person that I knew out there in Florida. And I was thinking about like, damn, that's true. Like you can't choose your family. So I went out there, it's supposed to be my cousin, looking out for me. Don't know anybody in Florida. Just on a whim, hopped in my whip, packed up all my shit, and drove out there.
Mm.
And she's like, yeah, you come stay with me, give you a place to stay, you can find a job, whatever, you're good. So I had been there like a couple weeks, and the chick, I didn't know she was bipolar. Like all these years, like we
Wait, your
kind of knew
cousin?
she was, yeah, my cousin. So
Okay.
we knew she was a little off. But then I started seeing it in the flesh because we never lived together like that.
Mm.
So she started tripping and like telling me, yo, I had to go, blah blah blah. So mind you, I'm not a bum nigga, you know what I mean? Like I get up every day, I cook, I clean because I'm staying in your shit. So I'm gonna earn my stay, earn my keep.
Mm.
So I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm getting up, I'm looking for jobs, I'm applying for jobs, whatever, whatever. So like she was getting on my nerves with that, and I was like, me being who I am, at the end of the day, I don't need nobody for shit. So let me go look for an apartment. You know what I mean? If I gotta figure it out, I'll figure it out. So I'm driving around, and mind you, I don't know Miami at all.
Mm.
So I'm driving around, and she was living in Aventura at the time. So if you know Miami, it's kind of expensive over there. So I'm just driving up and down, like A1A or whatever the streets are. People don't know Miami, but like I'm driving around, so I'm looking at apartments. I got like the apartment book and all this shit. So I end up in Overtown, but I didn't know it was Overtown.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? So, because the stadium is right there, and I'm like, oh shit, this looks kind of cool. Whatever, I should have known, right?
Nah,
So,
wait, hold up. The arena is right there. Okay,
yeah, yeah, the arena, my
stadium
bad.
is yes, the
Is
stadium
yeah,
is
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yeah,
So the arena, the
people
AAA,
and people do know Miami. Okay, don't forget,
yeah,
bad people. We go down. Don't
yeah,
put
yeah.
this up. Okay.
Well, I don't know how many of our listeners, I don't exclude anybody.
I'm just saying.
So,
305.
so I pull up to his apartment complex, and to me, it just looks like a spot in New York. I'm like, okay, this is cool. It had like a little grocery store at the bottom. I'm
Yeah.
just like, it's just like a regular apartment in the city. You know what I mean? So I like the spot, and then I'm talking to the lady, and she's like, yeah, a lot of people from New York live here, and I see some dude with his fitted on in his Tim, so I felt like I was at home.
I'm mad to fit it in the Timbs. That's all it took.
So I was like, oh, I'm home. So anyway, I go back to the crib, and I'm telling my cousin's girl, oh, I found this apartment. I tell her to just, she was like, no. She was like, you cannot move there. And I'm telling, well, I forgot. I told my cousin first, and she's like, oh, okay, that's nice. That's cool. Good luck. So I'm telling her girl, like later on that evening, she's like, you can't live there. No, like you don't know Miami like that, at all. I wouldn't recommend you living there, blah, blah, by yourself. So she's like, that's Overtown. She's like, you ever seen the first 48? I was like, oh shit.
Oh.
So I'm just like that, like shit. But that's supposed to be my family. You know what I mean? Like, how you not gonna look out for me? But your girl, who her and I still talk to this day, like we're still friends. You know what I mean? She looked out for me. She showed me around, Dade County, Broward County. Showed me like all the different highways. She showed me everything about out there, which is kind of how I survived. Like before I like met you and Nikki and stuff like that. But I don't really feel like you're stuck with family for life because I don't talk to that cousin anymore. You know what I mean? But like her girl, who's now her ex, like I still will fuck with her because she looked out for me. You know what I mean? Like that's just a whole different level of, like. So I don't know, that whole conversation had me thinking about like situations like that, like
I think
even you know what I mean?
yeah, like I think it's a interesting thing, especially for gay people because a lot of times
Yeah,
they're forced to friends to for friends to be their family. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like it's just is that way because your family is maybe not accepting of who you are, so you have to
facts.
find that family somewhere else. Um, my situation is I do I treat my friends like family. Like when we close, we're close. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I got you for life, like regardless. So, like people I don't even talk to on a regular basis, I haven't seen even in years that I still talk to. Now, if I call them, they would come. You know what I'm saying? Like if I needed them
Yeah,
or whatever.
facts.
Um,
Mhm.
it's weird, right? Because I remember when I was a lot younger. My family and I are very, very close. We've always been close, but there was a point in time where I hadn't seen my mom for like years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like didn't spend holidays with them. Not and even my sister. It wasn't maybe till my first nephew was born that we really all came together again because my mom
Mhm.
was living on the West Coast. So I
Right.
only saw her like every once in a while, and so I had to find family somehow, and that turned out to be my friends. Like I had these two homegirls that they actually did what you did, which is pack up all their shit in New York and just come down with no plan, no
Mhm.
nothing.
Yeah.
And we kind of met, and the vibes just we clicked, and they looked out for me mad crazy. Uh, like I slept at their house. I mean, I had my own shit, but I would sleep at their house. They always made sure I had food and
Yeah.
trees. You know what I'm saying? Like I never needed anything like that. Spent things get Thanksgivings with them.
Yeah.
Even now, like
Facts.
one of my homegirls, she's close with my mom, or she knows my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Mhm.
talk and shit like that. Like, and that's chosen family. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I would have survived without you and Nikki. A couple of them, years. Like y'all looked out for me, and like that was the only family, quote unquote, that I had out there, and I hadn't spoke to her in since the first year I had moved there, and I was out there 10 years. You know what I mean? So when I really didn't have shit, like it was y'all, my friends, that looked out for me.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I have family that I don't even talk to now. Like when I say family and when I think family, I think like my mom.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? My mom, my sister, and then their extensions of them. But I
hmm
don't think about like the family members that I barely knew growing up, or spoken to, or haven't seen since I've been a grown ass adult. You know what I'm saying? But like
yeah,
a handful of times, like I'm not thinking like that. So I don't know.
yeah. I remember, I was actually in Walmart out there, and I was just shopping, and the dude who was ringing me up, like, he was like, talking to me about something. He was like, "Yo, you got family here?" Like, I guess trying to acknowledge, like, if he's gay too. You know
Eh,
what I mean? So
Oh
like,
yeah,
if I need people out there, because he could tell like I wasn't from. I was very very green when I moved to Miami. I had my New York accent was heavy. The way I dressed, the way I carried myself, it was different. So he could tell, and he was just, I don't know, we were talking. He was like, "Yeah, you got family out here, whatever," and he was telling me about the spots to go hang out, and I was like, "That's cool," like going back to what you said, like a lot of gay people, LGBTQ plus people end up creating their families. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, just even look at those like the houses and things like that. They were all born out of that necessity for people to
Yeah,
have some kind of family. I mean, even growing up, I remember the term family was like, oh, she's family. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like she's family, meaning
She's
she's gay.
one
Right,
of us.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. That we're all in the family together, and we're all, you know, we're all doing this rainbow thing together, one stripe at a time, bitch. So speaking of family, right? Um,
Hmm.
I guess we should welcome to the family Zoe Kravitz. Did you
Clap
hear?
it up.
Did
Let's
you?
go.
Okay. I was like, to be honest with you, I personally always felt like she was already in the family. I just thought
Yeah.
maybe she didn't know that she was in the family
Yeah.
because
It seems like a lot of them don't know.
right, like I got those vibes from her. And then she got married and divorced so quick, and I was like, I don't even think that that was like what she
Hmm.
wanted to do, really. And now here
Yeah.
she is with a special friend.
That's what we all call them at first.
Uh, welcome to the family, Zoe Kravitz.
Yes. Welcome.
Welcome to the family. Uh, we'd also like to welcome to the family someone who I don't think anybody is surprised by, not even her own family, Kalani.
Welcome, Kalani.
Welcome
Even though I
to
thought you were already in the family.
right. Listen, she's always given family vibes. Even from the first time
Yeah.
I saw her doing something on Revolt, and then I thought she had a girlfriend at one point in time, but then she
Yeah, I
had the
think she was
whole
bisexual, is what she was
yeah.
claiming.
So okay, so now she's a full-on lesbian, which she even said her family was like, "Yeah, we already know." But I mean, Kalani has been eye candy, right? You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah.
big age difference between us and some of these younger hotties that are out there now, like in what's his face, Little Duval's that Chloe girl.
Hmm.
But like for real though, when older feminine women date younger studs, or older women date younger people, they're cougars,
Hmm.
like Nikki. But I mean, what are studs if they date somebody younger? I mean, are we cougars or are we just creepy if
Oh
we date
shit.
somebody younger?
Are we like the old grandpas? Are you trying to talk to the younger women?
We're like the old dykes in the club now, watching
Yeah,
the
yeah.
younger whippersnappers.
Like Nikki's fan club. We're both gonna die after this episode
Oh
airs.
my gosh!
Yeah. Oh shit. I kind of yeah.
Right?
Damn.
Like,
Thinking about her fan club.
but what would you consider them? Like, they're not cougars. I wouldn't call them a
Nah.
cougar because when you think of cougar now, you just get this idea of some older, vivacious, sexy older woman
Yeah.
coming after one of us young tenderonis back in the day.
Oh man. I don't know, but I don't know.
So, I mean, that's the question. Peeps, please help me
Yeah,
out.
peeps, chime in. What would
What
you call us?
what would you call a stud or a masculine woman that's gay, a lesbian who likes younger women and likes younger women? I don't. I mean, there may come a time, you never know. But
Well, not Kalani Young because my wifey is younger than me for the first time,
oh,
but
see,
only by like a couple months. So
yeah, but see, so that's not cougar. We talk about like
we talk about
a decade or some shit like
yeah,
that.
no.
Yes, like I don't know. I guess Jay and Beyonce have been together too long to to use
Hmm.
that analogy. But like, what consists of what is a cougar? What would you call a stud who's like a cougar? I don't know.
Let us know.
Yes, definitely let us know.
Let's get wild.
It's a wild world we live in. Don't believe us? You obviously haven't spent any time on the internet. What's even more scary are some of the questions we come across from others seeking advice. Luckily for them, we're here to be their guides. This week's question is it okay to date while you're married but separated?
um, yeah,
I'm like, if we're separated, and
yeah. If you're separated, I think it's okay.
if we both decided that we're gonna take some time off, then we taking some time off.
Right.
Now, it depends on how seriously we're talking about dating, though, because, you know, you can start developing feelings for somebody else, and then maybe separation now becomes permanent. But I would think that for the most part, if you're already on the road to separation, or if you're already on the road of separation, then divorce is probably not
Next
far.
steps.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
far. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you should be out here like lining them up and knocking them down. You probably need a moment to heal. If you're
Yeah.
separated, maybe you shouldn't be dating. Or maybe it just depends on how long you've been separated. Been separated for a
Right.
while, or maybe
I think you guys. I think it needs to be a mutual decision. Maybe like
there has to
we're
be
separated
boundaries or
and
term.
yeah.
Like I don't want to say like a contract, but there are separation agreements that you really
Oh
lay
yeah.
those lay those boundaries down. You know what I'm saying? So at least even if you don't go that far, something verbally to like say
Right.
like this is what's gonna happen, because the worst thing that can happen is you're assuming this, she's assuming that,
Right.
and
It turns it
yeah, and then you
spirals.
cross a line you didn't even know was there,
Right.
and now what could have maybe been saved is definitely not uh salvageable. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay. Dr. Blaze.
All
We about
right.
to
Well, we got our thinking caps on. We're gonna end the show here. So follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Two Studs in a Pod. Wonder what Two Studs life is like behind the scenes? Follow Meech on IG at the Homie Meech, and on Twitter at Homie Meech, and myself at its.me.blaze on IG and it's me Blaze2 on Twitter for a personal look into our lives as super terrific Uber Dice. Don't forget to check out our site, twostudsinapod.com, where you will find our latest episodes and more. We're also proud to announce that Two Studs in a Pod is now available on iHeart and YouTube. Can't find us on your favorite app for podcasts? Let us know. So gratitude is always the attitude. So we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace out.
Out in 5,000.
Oh shit, out of 5,000.
Oh, taking it back.